Hey guys, I am Torchwood and welcome back to My Hero Academia. I'm very excited for this next episode, guys. Seriously, I am. It's gonna be lit. I know that. It's gonna be lit, although I think Donald Trump Jr. killed the word lit, so I'm not sure if we're allowed to use that anymore. Anyway, whatever. I'm very excited, I'm very nervous. I'm just like, this show is so good. So, let's do a little recap of what happened last time. I don't know if people stay for the recaps, but we're gonna do them anyway, except there's something on the camera. Sorry, there's a little thing on the camera. Oh, it might be, oh no, it's an actual piece of the camera. Okay, well, it can stay for now. So, we opened the episode with a little description about the UA's best. We got into how All Might graduated from the UA, which I think is very cool considering what he does at the end of the episode, sort of circling it all back. We also learned that other people named Endeavour and the Best Genist were also members. Endeavour was like covered in flames. He was a little bit like Kazuki, but you know, he was like he didn't have burning hands, he was just covered in flames. Whereas Best Genist wore denim on denim, which is an atrocity on its own. So I hate him, he's the worst character. I'm also going to shoot those kids outside later, so don't worry about it. When Izuku got to the stadium, everyone was confident. Everyone was like, yeah, we can do this, we can kick ass, we're going to do this, we're going to be fine. And he wasn't, he was scared. And there were bullies, people were laughing at him, and I wrote down that they can suck a turd. So, suck a turd. Not a dick, you don't deserve that. I know. So yeah, he went into the arena, he was very cautious about it, he was very sort of afraid about what was going to happen and what was going to, you know, go on, and I could understand. He'd barely known he had this power, he didn't even know what it was. And thank you guys for confirming that he does keep his powers. It's very clever, and I'm very happy about that. Mwah, thank you for that so much. But he has a new body as well, so he doesn't know what his new limitations are. You know, when you work out a lot and you don't test your body, you don't know what your limitations are. I don't know why I'm looking at me. I haven't worked out in like 5 weeks, and honestly, I'm loving it. But you can tell because I'm getting fat. But it doesn't matter. It's not about me. So anyway, he sort of froze. He was very scared, especially when one of the number ones came out. I believe it was a number one for 1 pointer, and he was like, "I will destroy you." He didn't speak, but I imagine that's what he was saying on the inside. He wasn't like, "I might go get some coffee after this." No, he was like, "I will destroy you." Anyway, you don't care. And then Laser Dick. Someone actually pointed out to me that it came out of his sternum. I know that. It was a joke about laser dicks, and I will never stop being a joke now, especially since you tried to point out to me that it came out of his sternum. So, cheers to you for having literally no ability of my humour. I love you, I seriously do. You are going to correct me on so many things I'm joking about, and I cannot wait to make them all even worse jokes. So I love you for that, thank you so much. Seriously, just give me the ammo, just give it me. No, but bless them. They were like, it actually comes out his sternum. I'm like, oh, does it now? We'll see about that. He has a dick cannon. And it's canon. I actually wrote down bully shoots lasers from dick. Mysterious girl and glasses guy, who we now know is called Akira Achoko? Akira Achoko, or Akira Achoko. I think it's something along those lines. Do you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna Google it. I'm not gonna look at anything. Achoko, MHA, Achoko Uraka, Baraka. No, I'm gonna call her Achoko. Yeah, Achoko. Because that's the name, Achoko. And glasses guy whose name I still don't fucking know. Just tell me his name. I just like names. I really love names. So basically they were like, they were pretty keeping up. She kept trying to vomit. Well, she kept stopping herself vomiting during the fight. But she managed to hold it in until the Beast was released. And the Beast was the big one. The big one. The no pointer, but the big one. And I love that. I love the little test. It was to see if anyone got injured. And if they did, who would step in and save them. Barely anyone did, only Izuku, and I was very proud of him. I was like, yes boy, that's my son, that is my son right there, that's my boy, and I was very proud of him, and I think like he is he's shaping up to be a really good hero. He's got to get some confidence. He's got to get some, you know, he really has got to get there. But he had a bit of an identity crisis in that moment, and, you know, it was sort of like flashing back to when he was like, I can't do this, but he did it, and he came through, and he kicked ass, as we all knew he would. And then he fell. He was like, oh, it was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life, and it was amazing. All his limbs were broken bar one. He was like, I'm going to punch the ground because, you know, that seems normal. I will punch the ground and I will save my own life here. This is going to work. He would have died. And then luckily he got slapped in the face by Ochako and saved at the very last minute. So thank you so much, Ochako. It means the world. Just couldn't breathe out my nose there for a second, not quite sure why. But he was all like broken, and this weird old lady came up and started kissing him better, and it literally she actually did kiss him better, which was ironic, and now I think about it, a play on the phrase, I'll kiss you better. Haha. Yes. I wrote down, Glasses understands why he did it, also a prick. Oh, and she threw up glitter, Ochako, which was very cool, and I appreciate people who can throw up in expletive and brilliant ways. Madam, I got Wazoozle, I can't spell, so who the fuck knows what I wrote, to be honest. And then he was staring at a fish. We just instantly cut to that, which was very strange, but we realise now he really struggled with the whole, you know, sort of issue in not getting any points whatsoever, and, you know, he was breaking down after the exam, and he doesn't appreciate his mum either, which I know I spoke about last time a little bit, but, you know, she's really trying to be there for him, and he doesn't appreciate that, just for the pure fact that he is so wrapped up in his own world, and we all do that, you know, it's a total human thing, and you can't blame him for that, you know, we're all wrapped up in our own worlds, but sometimes you have to just, like, appreciate the people who are there for you. And then we realise that, you know, there's this letter here, and All Might's got like his teaching role now, which is going to be a disaster, and I cannot wait to watch it happen. And he was accepted in, despite the fact that he did not do any damage to any opponents. And he basically kicked a lot of ass, and I'm excited. I'm really excited to see where it goes from here. I can't wait to see him be ingrained into the academy, or the UA, should I say? And I also can't wait for him to just be like, he's earned his place, do you know what I mean? Like, I really want to see the day where he realises he actually is a hero, and he actually can be someone really great. So yeah, I can't wait. I really can't. Thank you so much for listening to my recap. If you did stick around for the whole thing, I doubt anyone did. But yes, I can't wait to see it. And do you know what I also want to talk about just for a second here? I hope we get to see a bit more of Katsuki, because he was very rarely in the last few episodes, apart from like pushing him over, and we saw him like with his burning hands, and we know that he got in. We assume he got in. I don't believe we saw him got in. Wait, is his thing on the thing here? I've got it open, the screen with all like the names of who got in, but no, it's too small yet. I haven't expanded it because I got a clip record, which I'll do now. But yes, it was very interesting to see sort of Katsuki or Kachan or Bakugo, just pick a name for fuck's sake, sort of, I want to see him, how he integrates with other people, you know, how he gets along with other people, whether he will get along with other people, because we saw he had friends, but now he's going to be in this whole new place with no one, so will he drift towards Izuku, or will he drift towards a different kind of people, which could be very testy if not done correctly by him. He could find himself in some deep trouble, or some deep waters, dependent on where he sort of drifts. And I'm also intrigued to see if he'll sort of meet up with Ochako or the Glasses guy or any of the other members of the class. We also haven't seen him with All Might yet, so I'm not properly anyway. So I'm excited to see that conversation if it happens, because we know All Might's got a favourite, obviously, but yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how Katsuki reacts if he learns about, you know, All Might's powers as well, heading to Izuku. I don't know. I'm excited. I really am. I really am. This is My Hero Academia. Let's go.
Have rescue point.
Took down those faux villains
Katsuki
like
was first place.
Most of the other examinees were running from the big obstacle. He stayed focused on letting the smaller targets get in close and then counterattacking. That kid is tough.
On the
Damn.
opposite, the 7th place student had 0 villain points.
Yeah.
Not the first UA hopeful to take out that giant robot.
The night after I opened my UA acceptance,
Oh, the night after?
he finally got in touch with me again.
Ah.
Hi, All Might!
Oh my god! Oh my
Oh, my cover. Say it was a mistake.
I was just kidding. Nothing to see here.
Lame.
I wanted an autograph. You're at UA this year. I was wondering
Yeah,
what brought you here
that'll
all of a
work
sudden.
out.
After all, your agency is in Minato, Tokyo, and everyone
Getting
knows.
creepy. The school didn't want me telling anyone about the job until they made an official announcement. It seemed like fortuitous timing. An easy way to find someone new to inherit One for All. I was on a process of learning how to walk.
Exactly. You know, you can't rush these things. Wait, what? Oh god. Yeah. Oh god. Oh, okay.
We were in a time crunch.
It's true.
But it turned out all right.
Yeah, you were
Now you
fine.
know what you're dealing with.
Exactly.
Right now, your quirk is either all or nothing. One day, you'll learn how to control your output. Then you'll be able to adjust exactly how much power you...
Look, it really is All Might.
Ah, crap. Idiot.
Wait, now we run!
Run away!
The torch I passed on to you is but a small flame right now.
But it will grow.
In time, it will be kindled until you wield a raging inferno. The more powerful you become, the more you'll outshine me. Eventually, I'll retire. My job complete.
Damn.
Deep stuff, All Might.
Feet off of that desk now.
Ah, here we go.
First day and you're
Glasses
already
via
disrespecting this
Katsuki.
academy by scuffing school property, you cretin.
You're kidding me, right? Your old school put a stick up your ass? Or were you born with it?
Just my luck.
Yep.
Let's start over. I'm Tenya Ida from the Somei Private Academy.
How do I spell
Hey,
that?
huh? So you must think you're better than me. I'm gonna have fun tearing you a new one.
You would threaten me? Your own classmate? Are you sure you're in
Oh,
the right
this is
place?
the best thing I've ever seen.
Up here?
Uh.
Boy.
Oh my gosh, it's that nice girl. She looks good in that uniform.
Surprise, that punch was amazing.
Oh, hey, Cody. Oh my gosh. So, I should probably be thanking you for going in and talking to him.
Huh? How'd you know about that?
Oh, what?
I can't believe it.
Wait, but you had to go and screw that
Fight
all up!
back.
I warned you not to apply!
Kachan, someone I look up to told me that I can become a hero. That's why I applied. That's why I'm going. Like it or not,
Yes!
you can't stop me!
That's my boy.
Ruin that little bastard.
No, you're not. You're gonna leave him the
after I
fuck
figure
alone.
out how he...
Most students would understand that.
Who is this guy? If he's here, then he must be
Please
some
come
kind
on.
of...
Oh, it's Laserdick! I saw Laserdick sat there. He looks real, happy.
Hello, I'm Shota Aizawa,
Showtime.
teacher.
Our teacher?
Right, let's get to it. Putting out your potential as a pro hero.
Holy shit, 705.2 meters?
705 meters? Are you kidding me?
Jeez.
I want to go. That looks like fun.
This is what I'm talking about, using our quirks as much as we want!
So this looks fun, huh?
Uh-oh.
You have 3 years here to become a hero. You think it's all gonna be... Today you'll compete in 8 physical tests to gauge your potential.
Oh, it's
Whoever
gonna
comes
be
in
a...
last has none, and will be expelled immediately. Oh crap, he got Aizawa. Midoriya's gonna be...
Aizawa. I was almost right. I just missed all of them. I missed all of it.
8 tests?
Aizawa. There we go. Control.
After all, at either 0 or 100% right now.
Just control
I
it,
don't have any
kiddo.
control yet.
You have physical. You have a new
I
body.
get to this...
What the crap am I gonna do?
Just do it. Let's just go for it. Come on, Izuku. Do not let me down, my boy. Do not let me down. You can do this. I believe in you.
But you're just not showing enough panache.
It's Dick Laser.
Let your powers shine! Yuga,
Naval Laser. Naval Laser. Yuga Aoyan.
That's right, a belly button laser!
Ha 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 ha.
5.51 seconds.
Shooting my beautiful beam for more than a second hurts my tummy.
What a tool!
Hey,
Testing the upper lip.
Those 7 tests.
you can do this,
Everyone's gonna
kiddo.
be using their quirks on all of them and getting awesome results.
Yep.
So what do I do?
Kick
I've got
ass.
a ton of power, but I can only use it once, and it'll break me.
No,
Control.
it doesn't have to
That's
be.
what I need. Maybe I can focus like All Might's suggesting.
I'm not sure you're gonna be able to.
You can harness One for All. It's simple.
Or no, like whoosh, or maybe kapow, or oh, I know.
Uh,
like an egg about to explode in a
Oh,
microwave.
yeah. Oh, please stop
Pretty boring,
vomiting
but
blood.
okay. If that's the metaphor you want to go with, then lower the wattage or decrease the cooking time. Whichever one works. Keep focusing on
Good
that image
idea.
and keeping the egg from exploding, alright?
Don't let the egg explode.
You've got 3 weeks until school. The more you concentrate, the faster you'll learn.
Focus.
Defeated sidestep. Oh god. Oh my god, does your hair make magic balls? That's amazing. Lol. I ain't coming back. Yep. Infinity.
Infinity?
Izuku, I'm really proud of
Please
you.
appreciate his mom.
Young man.
He learned.
You too can become a hero.
Come on, Zuku. Come on. Yes.
I won't let them down! Ah!
What the fuck?
46 meters!
Power. Were you planning to break your bones again? Counting on someone else to save your useless body?
No, that's not what I was trying to do!
Ooh.
No matter what your intentions are, you would be nothing more than a liability in battle.
Oh shit.
You have the same reckless passion as another overzealous hero I know.
Ooh.
One who saved 1,000 people by himself and became a legend.
No matter what the consequences!
Yes, boy.
A
Throw it
waste
at
of a
him.
quirk.
Throw it at him.
Mr. Aizawa was right about what he said. Even if I have a lot to learn, I'll focus on what I can do right now!
Yes, boy!
It hurts.
But you're doing a great job. You knew you had to use one for all, but not at full power, or else you'd be KO'd. So you propelled the ball at the last possible point of contact by sending the power of your quirk shooting through your
You
fingertips,
want control.
minimizing the injury to your body while maximizing the throw. What the heck, young Midoriya? How did you go and get so cool?
If All Might thinks you're cool, that's so awesome. Oh man. Guys, we have so much to talk about. I'm just gonna check there's nothing else because it's quite a long. No, it's just the end credits. Cool, next time I don't want to watch that. Well, that was something very different and very awesome. This show has such a way of picking you up, even if I was having a bad day, I'll be honest with you, I was having a really bad day today, and it's really picked me up, this show. That was amazing, that was so good. You get a sense of the show that it knows how to craft a storyline, and it knows how to create such awesome characters, and it just kicks all the ass, doesn't it? Don't you think? It really does. Like, there's so much. Yeah, okay, so we started off this episode and we learned that Katsuki was actually first place, because what he did was while everyone else was focusing on the big one, he was just still drawing them out and killing all the little ones, so he basically gathered points while everyone else was running away, which I thought was really clever, and also shows, you know, that he's got no fear. But then we cut to the fact that they were talking about someone, obviously the people who had been watching the fights and everything, and he was saying like this mysterious guy who we didn't know at the time was Aizawa or Aizawa or Aizawa or Aizawa. I think it's Aizawa, that's right, yeah. And we didn't know he was watching, and he was watching, and he was saying like he was very impressed by what Izuku did, but he obviously had some, you know, feelings about it that obviously we all saw come back to haunt Izuku in the final sort of test. But yeah, then, so All Might and Izuku met on the beach after the next day following his acceptance into UA. And that was such a great part, like, All Might, no, I was only kidding. It's like, it was so great, and they was like, it is All Might that run away. But the best bit was, I thought about it, was like, Izuku was really going to follow his nudge, and he goes, okay kid, getting a little creepy now. I really loved that, like, that was such a, it's such a very real thing. Imagine someone just coming up to you and telling you all about your own life, and you're like, me. Okie dokie. But yeah, it was really fun and really cool. He learned that he was originally planning to give the One for All to another student at AUA. He didn't know which student yet, but that's why he became a teacher, so he could give it, which makes sense, I suppose, because if you give it to someone else with another quirk, I imagine it boosts their quirk as well, which is pretty darn cool, if I don't say so myself. But in the end, he found his chosen one in Izuku, and I don't think he regrets that decision, especially at the end of the episode. And All Might was saying sort of like you can't control it yet because your body can't control it because your body's not used to it. Obviously, all these kids growing up had quirks and their bodies were so used to it because they've always had it, so they were always able to do it. But his body just isn't there yet. His body's not capable of using it. And I like how even the slightest touch obviously broke his finger to shit. But we'll come to that in a little bit. Eventually, he'll be more powerful and be able to control the power. And it was an analogy like the crack in the glass, like breaking the little glass, but you eventually become a big glass which seals the crack and you can hold the liquid. I think that was very, very clever and very, very cool about how it sort of showed, given time, you will grow and you will change and you will become strong enough to hold your own quirk, which is really brilliant. And his mum was very proud of him. She even said he was proud of him. And I spoke about how he wasn't very appreciative of his mum, so it was nice to see that little moment where he sort of looked incredibly humbled that his mum actually cared for him, because it shows he does care and he does appreciate her, and I think that was a really beautiful thing to see. Then we got to Tenya Ida v Kazuki, which was amazing. It was like, wow, they really stuck a stick up your ass, and it was so good. It was so good. I was just like, this is all I ever wanted, and I didn't realise, because they obviously are two very different people, and I feel like we're going to see some very, very different kind of fights with those two, because Glasses, Tenya, is not afraid to stand down. He just gets outraged by everything Katsuki says, which I think is brilliant, because Katsuki's never going to change, and it's just like, what is even gonna happen? And I feel like those two are gonna really, really, really fall out at some point, and it's gonna be fucking phenomenal. Speaking of that, when Choco came in the room and he was so embarrassed, he was like, he got ready, he was like, oh my god, you look lovely, oh, you look, and she's like fangirling out, and he's like, oh my god, oh god, it was so funny. But I think the really thing is that Katsuki had him pinned to a wall. We forget sometimes that he's a proper bully. And he was like, I was meant to be number one, no one else was meant to be number one, it was meant to be me, not you. And I just loved the moment where Izuki grabbed his hand and he went, someone told me I could be a hero, someone told me I could believe, so I'm gonna do, and you can't do anything about it. I was like, boom, motherfucker, that is so sick. That was so good. I was so proud of him. I was like, yes, boy, yes. That is what I'm talking about. Stand up to your bullies, because you can never let a bully win. Not ever. Nor should you ever let a bully win, because they can be real fucking dicks. Let's put it that way. But yeah, he stood up to his bully and he kicked ass, and I was so proud of him. I really was. I was just like a proud dad from the side going, yeah! It was so good. Also, it looks like Aizawa sleeps in the UA, because he had the beam, he had the it looked a little bit like a cocoon, but obviously it was just a sleeping bag, and it was like, oh wow. All Might seemed very worried that they had Aizawa, and we saw why. I wrote down, he's a real life of a party. Yeah, he's a real he seemed like a fun guy. And he was testing their quirks, and he wanted to see, what they could do, what they could achieve when they put their minds to it. And I think it was very clever that he didn't just test their quirks in one situation, he tested them in multiple different situations, which was very, very cool. Also, Izuku has a grip strength of 58 kilograms. Jesus Christ, I don't think I've got the grip strength in my thighs for that. And he was like, yeah, but you're going to get expelled if you come last. I was like, whoa, okay, that seems a little bit... Rude. You know, it seems a little bit like there's someone screaming outside and it's really doing my head. It seems a little bit rude. Like, you can't just expel someone just after they get enrolled, but I guess you can, because apparently the UA allows teachers to do that. But it turns out, he was literally the worst teacher ever, yes, and let the games begin, but he was also someone known as, and I wrote it down, was it Eraserhead? Why did I write that? I definitely wrote that down somewhere. Teacher is Eraserhead, yeah. And he's someone who can cancel out powers, which is very cool, and he obviously takes them and then gives them back. I don't think he can use them, it didn't seem like that. He also has some kind of ability where he can control like cloth or something that wraps around him, but I don't know whether that's part of his body with the quirk or whatever. But he definitely had that ability because he pulled Izuku in and they had a private conversation. We also had some very cool moments with Laserdisc flying himself across the 50 meters only to not come that far, and then to go, if I use it too far, it hurts my tummy. Like, oh, give me a fucking break, it's a Laserdisc. Kachan did some cool stuff, just like firing the ball off into fire with fire. His power is explosions. I didn't realize that. I thought it was just burning hands, but it's actually explosions, which is pretty cool, and I'm excited to see how that works in the future. But yeah, basically, Aizawa was like, you're not going to make it, you're not going to succeed, you're either going to use all your power and break yourself so badly someone's going to have to heal you, or you're going to come last. Either way, you're a failure, you're nothing. So Izuku was like, well, fuck this guy. Obviously All Might was watching as well, and he learned a bit of control. And I think what's very clever about it is that it suggests that he didn't learn just to use a little bit of power. He didn't microwave the egg on a lower setting. He just microwaved it in the right place, you know. So he used all his power in just his finger, which was very clever. He like compartmentalized the damage. He has 9 other fingers to get to town on. Do you know what I mean? Yes, it's gonna hurt, but it's better than having 4 broken limbs, you know, like he did last time. So I think it's very interesting to see where it sort of goes and what it sort of does, because you're going to have very soon a character who hopefully can control to some degree his power, and hopefully he'll be like able to like punish someone normally and then punish someone not a little bit harder and then punish someone a little bit harder and then eventually just punish someone and just knock them through a wall and be able to do that all at once, like bang, 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 you know. And he'll be able to fully control it, but until that time, he's going to be in for a rough ride, I feel, and he's going to lose a lot of fingers for a while. I feel like he's going to, like, there's going to be some permanent nerve damage there. And All Might thinks he's cool, which, FYI, must be the greatest compliment for that kid to ever have heard, because well, he didn't hear it, but you know what I mean, for your idol to think you're pretty cool, I think is just incredible and amazing, and I cannot actually wait to see what happens next, yeah. So yeah, so Patreon, there will be no episode this Friday, I'm very sorry about that, coming, because I'm away. YouTube, you will have had to wait for this episode, so don't worry about it, there will be one next week. Okay, thank you so much for watching, yeah, I love you all. I have talked your ear off for far too long now, and I will let you depart into the worlds of magic and shadows. This might be a bit of a longer episode, I don't know. I think it's probably going to clock in about 30 minutes again like the last one. So I hope you're enjoying it. I really am. And I will see you next time. And remember, you too can be a hero.